inventions have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 3 and the featured contracts. And today's contract, Vengeance of Count 47, set in Paris. So today's briefing: these foolish mortals have trespassed on the ancient palace of Count 47. Rise from your eternal slumber. Don your silk robes and enact the ultimate revenge by casting these vagabonds from your dwelling permanently. Happy Halloween! And today's contract has been supplied to us today, courtesy of Sir Callywag. So today we have 5 targets available to us. All must be eliminated whilst disguised as the vampire magician and unarmed, and we must have no camera recordings. So for today's challenge we will be starting undercover at the Iago auction, and the only item we will need to be bringing with us will be some coins. As always, I'll be bringing my silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to leave the auction and make our way out through the doors behind us and into the attic area where all of our targets are located, and we are going to make a beeline straight for the vampire magician's outfit, which is at the far end of the attic area here. If we crouch down and run all the way there, we should not be spotted, hopefully. Depending on your timing, you may have to wait for a guard to turn his back. So once in the final empty room here, we will find the magician's outfit, and with that now acquired, we can move on to our assassinations. And our first target is just ahead of us, so we're going to wait for the guard on the left to turn his back, which he has done, and we're going to render our target here unconscious, and we are going to drag his body around the corner so that he isn't spotted. And just around the corner here we will find a crate in which we can deposit him. So once we're next to the crate, we can then snap our target's neck, there we go, and deposit him in the crate provided. We're then going to proceed on to render the other guard who has just found our target's gun. We're going to render him unconscious, as well as we will have to come back this way, and it's easier to just have him out of the way than avoid him. We're going to leave his body there, he won't be found, and we're going to continue on now, hugging the left hand side, going over the table and around to our left, where our next target will be, involved in a conversation with one of his colleagues. We're going to break that conversation up by throwing a coin over into the distance there, and our target will send his colleague to investigate, and at that point he will then walk away, and we should have just enough time to pounce on him and render him unconscious. And we're going to drag him to where we were just hiding, because his colleague is now returning, as you can see. So his colleague will spot the gun. I haven't realised this, and I'm about to distract him again with another coin. And I'm looking around, and where'd he go? Ah, there he is. So we're going to once again quickly pounce on him and render him unconscious as well, so that he is no longer in our way. We're going to deposit him in the crate provided, and then return to our target and once again snap his neck with our bare hands, as that is a requirement. So once our second target has been dealt with, we can then deposit him in the closet provided, and we can now start making our way back the way we came. I'm going to collect up as many of my coins as I can. I do leave one behind, And we're gonna now move on to target number 3, who we've already just bypassed, and he also has a colleague with him. So we're just gonna make our way to the table here, throw a coin at the table in the distance, and that will get the target's attention along with his colleague. And we are just gonna hug the table here next to the vacuum cleaner, and when our target comes along to investigate, we can then render him unconscious from around the corner and snap his neck. We're then gonna drag his body to the nearby crate that is just behind us here, and then we can move on to our final 2 targets, both of which are incredibly easy. So one is currently in the side room here along with his colleague, and we're gonna make our way into the room next door, and we're just gonna wait for him to be in position just on the other side of this door, looking out of the window. He's just moving into position now. All we have to do is make our way into the room, render him unconscious. We're going to drag his body back into the room we were just in, so that when we snap his neck, his colleague doesn't hear it. So that's 4 down and 1 more to go, and our final target is in Dahlia Margolis's office. So we're going to make our way over to the window here, bolt over the balcony and back in through Dahlia Margolis's bathroom. And in here we're going to turn on the radio. That will get our target's attention. Just going to turn that radio off again, and then we're going to hide behind the closet here. And when our target comes in to investigate, we're going to close the doors behind him, render him unconscious, and for the final time today, snap his neck. So that's all of our targets dealt with the vampire magician outfit. We're going to quickly take the guard's outfit now that we don't need the vampire magician anymore. We're going to deposit our new friend here in the closet provided, and we're going to make good our escape. And we're going to head out onto the little outer bar area and down the drain pipe and out into the gardens and off to the helicopter exit. Do be aware there are a couple of patrolling guards, one of which is an enforcer. Luckily enough, we were able to get behind them pretty quickly and easily. So there we go, 1 more featured contract taken care of. A pretty easy one and quite enjoyable. So we get confirmation here, everybody has been eliminated according to plan, and we were not recorded by any cameras, and we get our silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.